Another year is coming to a close. 2024 is almost in the books. It's less than a week away. And as I take my traditional break at the end of the year to relax, to enjoy myself, spend time with family, want to reflect about what went well this year and, what do I want to do in 2025? Disclaimer, I'm 63 and going to turn 64. So as I navigate this phase of my life, I want to be more intentional, more deliberate about how I want to spend the remaining decades of my life. So I want to spend a few minutes talking about the areas of my life I want to focus on in 2025. Again, I want to focus on everything, but I want to be a little bit more intentional about what areas, what aspects, what my vision of where I want to go in this part of my journey on this earth. So I've divided it up into 5 or 6. Let's see what it turns out to be. I want to focus on my personal growth, which is the key to me activating all the other aspects of my life. I want to focus on spirituality, getting in touch with the core, my soul, what drives me to achieve what I want to achieve. I also want to work on physical health. As I'm aging more, things don't necessarily move the way that I want them to move. So I want to spend some time in 2025 focusing on my physical health. Family is always important. As I get older, I think about legacy, I think about connection, and family is one of those key aspects that I want to work on. And relationships in general. It's been almost 10 years since I moved back from the Northeast into the South, into Georgia. And as I navigate those relationships, I see there's an opportunity to develop more meaningful, and develop more relationships in general. And then finally, the career. It's been a long time since I first graduated from college and started working, and to see where I am now, I think it makes me pause really to think about what do I want to do next, if I want to do something differently, if I want to continue to do what I'm doing now, but really just want to spend some time in 2025 reflecting on those, that's 6 areas of my life. And that sounds like a lot, but I think they connect in so many ways. So I think it's possible to spend some time and think about setting intentions, setting goals in a place of strength as opposed to reaction I think is important for me. So in terms of personal growth, I'm not trying to brag or anything, but I think I'm proud of my personal growth, of going from being comfortable being out front, being comfortable expressing my opinions. I think starting my newsletter this year was incredibly cathartic in the sense that I've always had these thoughts in my head, still working on trying to articulate them verbally, but being able to put them in writing was a huge step for me. I used to journal off and on throughout my life, but I think that was something that I kept to myself. And now, with purposeful pathways, I'm getting out there, putting things into writing, putting my thoughts, some of the lessons I've learned into writing, and sharing those with others has been important to me. It really has been important to me. I think Through that, I've learned more about myself. Although I'm not heavy on what other people think, I think that some of the feedback that I've received has been positive. Some of the encouragement that I've received has been helpful, because I think we do these things in isolation. You don't know if it's being effective or not. And I think some of the feedback I've received has been helpful in terms of helping me figure out, am I on the right track? Does it work? And just basically, how do I feel? And I think that personal growth has been fulfilled, or well, I won't say fulfilled, but I'm growing in that area of my life in terms of my writing. And I want to focus more and put some intention around the verbal aspect of it as well. So I'm going to try to post more videos talking about some of the things that have been on my mind, some of the lessons I've learned over the decades of being alive. And I hope to grow in that area. I think it's really important that I continue to learn and be the best that I can be. The second area that I want to focus on is my spirituality. And it's somewhat complex in my mind, so I'm going to try to break it down into something that I can digest. So this relationship with my spirit has been interesting. I say that, interesting. I'll use the word interesting, and maybe another word will come to me soon, but just the internal struggle of understanding of a higher being and their plans for me, balanced with what my natural desires, my natural inclinations are. And I think I've struggled with that, because I think there's so many things that I think I want to be who I am, but at the same time, I balance that with those outside influences that come in and say, no, this is what you need to be. And over the year in 2024, I've had a lot of time to reflect and sort of dig deeper into what my spirit is telling me. And I think when I listen to my spirit, I think that's where you see me shine. That's where you see who I am. And it feels good. It really does feel good. I think those opportunities where I let other people sort of tell me what they see, what they envision, it can be helpful, it can be insightful, but ultimately it's with what's within my soul, what's in my spirit, is what makes me happy, what makes me feel alive. And I'm learning techniques. I've read a lot from others about how to develop your spirit, how to listen to your spirit, and understand what your spirit is telling you and direction is taking you in. And it's been helpful. It's been helpful. I think it's manifesting itself in terms of being comfortable with who I am, and being, you hear that term, 100% true to yourself. I'm still waiting to see what 100% being true to myself looks like, but I feel like I'm on that journey. I'm one step closer to understanding that what my spirit is sharing and is teaching, what's within me. And I'm hoping that in 2025, that I continue to develop that inner sense of spirit and direction and guidance, and looking to that higher power to help me understand and develop what that spirit is telling me to be and do. The physical health, I think, is one of those aspects. I think about the aches and the pains that come along with aging and not being active and moving. It's been an up and down year for me. I think 24 has been insightful because this is the second year that I've had my bike, and I will admit the initial newness of getting my bike a couple of years ago is weighing down a little bit. I don't ride it as often as I like to, but I do take opportunities to ride when I do. Although it's December and it's a little chilly and I've put the bike away for the year, I think about where can I transition from riding the bike, and I've always enjoyed my morning walks to and from campus every day. It's been helpful. It gives me a chance to think. It gives me a chance to be outside, be connected. And I think that physical health is coming along again. I think I measure how many steps I take every day. I measure how long my walks are, and measure how my pace is picking up as I get more of my conditioning back. I want to also add some physical pieces to my physical health. I think about those bands, those stretch bands that are in my box in the office, and I keep on saying I need to bring them out, and I haven't done that yet. So I think taking small incremental steps towards my goals will be quite helpful. I think I don't think I ever will become another gym person again, where I'm constantly, going to an LA Fitness or a Planet Fitness. But I think with walking, with the stretch bands, and we do have a small gym up in my condo building, so sprinkling a little bit of that into it as well, I think will be helpful. I think I want to be able to continue to move freely. I know over time body parts wear out, but I want to be able to lift, move, and easily get about as I get older. So again, need to write down some specific goals for that, but I think that's one of the areas that I want to focus on. Family is another area. As I call myself the black sheep of the family, when I graduated, decades ago, I left my family to chart my own path. And like I said, about 10 years I've been back. I'm closer to family here in Georgia and Alabama and surrounding states. And it's been fun, but I really haven't connected as much as I would like to. When the last uncle on my mother's side passed away this summer, I realized that much of the history, much of the knowledge, much of the connection with that side of the family is smaller now. I mean, I have some cousins, but no uncles, no aunts on my mother's side to learn the history of. And as I'm trying to work with my brothers and my sister-in-law on settling my uncle's estate, done some research, learning a little bit more about that side of the family, and it's been interesting. I'm hoping as I get closer to the remaining family members that I'm aware of, just learning more about who they are, have them learn a little bit more about who I am is really important. I think I'm at this phase that I'm talking about legacy, and legacy is really important, that those who are younger than me, who are coming behind me, know a little bit about what I know about our family, a little bit more about who I am. I do have a brother. I have two brothers, one who I grew up with, and then one I learned about later in life. And I think there's an opportunity there to spend more time with him, his kids, and learn more about who he is and his goals, his aspirations, and as well transfer whatever knowledge or experience I've had to him, and just grow closer in terms of family. that's important to me, and I'm going to work on that in 2025 as well. I think relationships in general, we'll admit, moving to Georgia has been difficult in terms of keeping those relationships going that I developed all over the Northeast. And I pretty much have let those, I won't say dry up, but that might be the right term, dry up. I just spent more time getting acclimated to being in a new environment, spending time more with my husband and his family and the immediate family close to me. And I realized that I've neglected many of the relationships. So that's another area that I want to focus on in 2025 is just building, reestablishing the relationships I've had in the past. And I understand that sometimes there are seasons for friendships and relationships, but I think I have to be more intentional about reestablishing, nurturing the relationships that I want to continue, and be open to establishing new relationships. I'm in a new area. Well, I mean, I've been here 10 years, still new in some sense, but I want to be able to develop relationships as I grow older and take different steps on my journey in life. And then the last area real briefly is talking about career. I'm so ready to move on to the next phase of my career. I don't ever think I will ever fully retire. I think I will always be active some way in terms of learning, growing. Yeah, I won't have a traditional 9-to-5, but I think there are opportunities out there to do many things. One of the things that I'm still excited about and still working towards developing is my coaching business. My life coaching business is something that I think is perfectly suited for who I am in terms of me giving and supporting others. And I've learned in that process of supporting others, it actually gives me more life because I feel like I'm contributing towards the betterment of the world, the society that I live in. So career-wise, I love my teaching, my mentoring doctoral students, and I can't imagine not continuing to do that. But there's a season for everything, and I think my work as supporting organizations and their operations is coming to a closure. I think I've spent decades in that environment and I've done some great work there, but I think I'm at a different phase, and you'll hear me talk more and more over the course of these videos about legacy, and it's really about preparing the next generation, supporting others in their endeavors, and I think that's where I'm headed in terms of 2025. So I have some specific ideas about what I want to do with my coaching business, as well as my mentoring doctoral students as they get their terminal degrees. So just wanted to spend a few minutes this morning talking a little bit about and reflecting really as we get ready to go into 2025, some of my thoughts about what I've done up to this point in 2024, and looking forward with intention about what I want to do as I move forward. So I'm hoping to do more videos as the year goes on, and share my thoughts about things that I've experienced and things I'm looking forward to in 2025. Please share any comments, any insights. I'm always open to hearing others' thoughts and trying to and give me a chance to reflect upon my thinking. So looking forward to it, and Thank you for, if you're still with me, taking the time to be a part of this video. Take care.